countries where it's hardest for men to find a partner. Have you ever wondered why some men around the world struggle to find love, even in cities filled with millions of people? From shrinking populations to skewed gender ratios, from economic pressures to cultural traditions, we're revealing the surprising truths about global dating dynamics. In this video, we're traveling across continents to uncover the countries where it's hardest for men to find a partner, and the reasons might shock you, not because they don't want love, but because the world around them makes it harder to find. Stay tuned till the end, because the hardest country of all will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about love and relationships. 1. Japan, the rise of the herbivore men. Welcome to Japan, where nearly 50% of men under 34 are single, and many are no longer looking for love. In Japan, love has gone quiet. Sociologists here talk about the herbivore men, young men who've withdrawn from traditional dating, romance, and even marriage. Japan's economy is strong, but its social structures have changed. Men face immense work pressure, long hours, and social isolation. Dating has become expensive and emotionally risky, while women, more independent than ever, often prioritize careers over relationships. The result? A generation where connection feels optional. Surveys show that nearly 40% of single Japanese men under 35 have never dated. The birth rate continues to plummet, and love has become something many watch on screens instead of living. Tokyo's neon nights still glow bright, but in small apartments across the city, loneliness glows brighter. For many men here, finding a partner isn't just difficult, it's becoming culturally irrelevant. 2. South Korea. Pressure, perfection, and population decline. In South Korea, the story is slightly different. It's not about missing women, it's about missing time. In South Korea, dating is almost a full-time job, and an expensive one. In a society obsessed with image, status, and financial stability, many men feel they simply can't meet expectations. The cost of living in Seoul is soaring, and traditional values still weigh heavily. Korean men often believe they need a stable career, an apartment, and even cosmetic enhancements to be seen as desirable. At the same time, women face similar pressure, expected to balance independence with traditional family roles. The result? Both sides pull back. The marriage rate has dropped sharply, and South Korea now has the world's lowest birth rate. Experts say many men in their 20s and 30s have simply stopped trying, retreating into work, gaming, and online worlds. For them, dating feels like a competition they can't win. 3. China, the gender imbalance crisis. Let's start with China, a country of 1.4 billion people. Yet for many men, love is statistically out of reach. China faces a different kind of love problem, one born from numbers. Decades of the one-child policy and a cultural preference for sons have created one of the most dramatic gender gaps in the world. Today, there are an estimated 30 million more men than women of marriageable age. In rural areas, this imbalance is even more extreme. For many men, especially those with lower incomes or education levels, finding a partner can feel impossible. Families spend huge sums on matchmaking, dowries, and homes to improve their sons' prospects. But the math is brutal. There simply aren't enough women. Sociologists call them bare branches, men left outside the family tree. But if you think that's tough, wait until we visit a country where men are literally leaving their homeland in search of a wife. 4. India, tradition, caste, and changing times. India is home to over 1 billion people. Yet for many men, finding love remains an uphill battle. The reasons are complex: economic inequality, rigid caste traditions, and gender imbalance all play a role. In many parts of the country, especially rural areas, arranged marriages still dominate. But as cities modernize, the gap between traditional expectations and modern relationships widens. Women are increasingly educated and career-focused, while millions of men remain underemployed or stuck in social classes that limit matchmaking options. Adding to this is a demographic reality. In some northern states, there are significantly fewer women than men due to decades of gender preference. The result is millions of young men reaching adulthood without realistic prospects for marriage. 5. Russia, love in a nation of contradictions. In Russia, statistics tell a paradoxical story. Women actually outnumber men, yet many Russian men still find it hard to form lasting partnerships. Alcoholism, economic instability, and cultural expectations play heavy roles. Men face pressure to appear tough, stoic, and self-reliant, traits that often work against emotional connection. At the same time, women increasingly seek partners who are emotionally open, stable, and forward-thinking. The result is a social gap. Despite more women, relationships remain fragile. Divorce rates are high, and traditional gender roles clash with modern realities. For many men, the path to love is blocked not by numbers, but by norms, by what society has told them they must be. In a land of vast forests and frozen winters, emotional distance sometimes feels like the hardest cold to thaw. 6. United States, the modern dating dilemma. In America, love is everywhere, and yet increasingly nowhere. Apps have made dating more accessible, but also more superficial. Men, especially those outside major cities or in lower income brackets, report growing frustration with modern dating culture. Sociologists call it the dating gap. Studies show that women are earning more degrees, rising in careers, and increasingly unwilling to date down, while men are struggling to keep up emotionally and economically. Technology was supposed to connect everyone, but it created fatigue and choice overload. Many men swipe endlessly, message tirelessly, and still find themselves ghosted or ignored. 7. United Kingdom, emotional reserve and modern isolation. In the UK, the challenge isn't just dating apps, it's culture. British men often grow up in a society that prizes emotional control and understatement. Showing vulnerability can feel uncomfortable or even shameful. Yet modern relationships demand openness, empathy, and communication. This mismatch creates tension. Men who want connection but struggle to express it, and women who crave emotion but don't receive it. Add in long work hours, digital dependency, and the cost of city living, and dating becomes more logistical than romantic. Recent studies show rising loneliness among British men, with many reporting fewer close friendships and limited emotional outlets. It's not that there are no partners, it's that reaching out feels difficult. In Britain's quiet pubs and rainy streets, love often fades behind the stiff upper lip. 8. Germany, independence and the intimacy gap. In Germany, independence is almost sacred. Men and women alike value privacy, autonomy, and personal space. But sometimes that very strength creates distance. Dating culture here tends to be cautious and slow. People prefer friendship first, emotional trust built over time. For men, this can mean years of polite interactions that never quite turn romantic. Add to that a society where traditional dating rituals have faded, and where more people live alone than ever before, and the picture becomes clear. Relationships form later, less often, and with more hesitation. 9. Sweden, equality and emotional distance. Sweden often tops lists for gender equality, freedom, and happiness. But when it comes to dating, equality has created new complexities. Swedish society is deeply individualistic. Everyone values independence, from career to personal life. That independence can make romance feel optional, even secondary. Men and women both prefer self-sufficiency, and relationships form slowly, cautiously, often without formal labels. The gender balance is even, but emotional distance is real. For Swedish men, traditional dating cues, initiating, expressing, leading, can feel outdated or even unwelcome. For women, independence sometimes replaces intimacy. 10. Saudi Arabia. Restrictions and realities. In Saudi Arabia, finding a partner remains deeply shaped by religion and tradition. Until recently, strict gender segregation made casual dating virtually impossible. Interactions between men and women were limited to family or formal contexts. Although modernization is changing things, with more women in the workforce and social spaces expanding, relationships are still tied to family approval, reputation, and religious boundaries. For men, the path to love is structured, not spontaneous. Romantic expression can be seen as taboo, and dating apps exist in a gray area of acceptance. While reforms have opened doors, many young men still find themselves trapped between modern curiosity and traditional expectation. From Tokyo to Texas, London to Lahore, love has never been more complex. Technology connects us, but doesn't guarantee connection. Equality gives freedom, but sometimes it creates distance. In some countries, men face impossible odds. In others, they're redefining what love even means. But here's the real takeaway. No matter where you live, the search for connection is universal. And maybe, just maybe, the hardest country to find love in is the one where people stop believing it's possible.